Hey there everybody, Gamer over here, and today I wanted to discuss a little bit of something different. It's not necessarily channel related, it's not even an update kind of thing. It's just kind of something, it's like 2 in the morning or whatever. Actually, it's 4 in the morning, and I just kind of, I had an idea that I kind of wanted to talk about. It's something that's kind of been on my mind a lot recently, and I don't necessarily know if it's been on anyone else's minds in recent events, all coming together and kind of bringing this idea. I don't know, terrible phrasing, and I apologize for not being as energetic as I possibly could be, because like I said, it is 4 in the morning. I've just kind of been awake, and it's not necessarily going to be like a rambling session, but it's an on-topic rambling, if that makes any sense. If you could have guessed it, I just kind of wanted to say that it seems as if gaming, at least to me, has kind of become stale. If that makes any sense. I mean, that's kind of really, I don't want to say it's a nail in the coffin for a gaming commentary channel, but I mean, for the most part, I just kind of feel games they're not as enjoyable as they used to be. I mean, I think something really kind of has to kick in order for games to kind of be fun again. I mean, I think everyone does go into like the gaming dumps a little bit. That's kind of like what I've heard it be phrased is, people are saying, "Oh, you'll get over it, it's all right." I mean, and I've been here more than once. I've been to the point where it's like, what, I don't want a game. I just want to kind of do my own thing. I've been there multiple times, and I think I've just come to the conclusion that gaming, I think, has just kind of gone stale. I mean, I shouldn't say all of gaming, because it's not all of gaming, but some aspects of it I just do not like anymore. One thing I always wanted to be was a game designer. I always wanted to just be able to say, hey, I was part of a team. I don't care if I was, writing the code or creating the characters or just doing something on the storyboard. I wanted to be part of a team that created video games. And anymore, I just kind of see the industry I just don't like any kind of direction any of the industry is heading. It seems like a lot of the stuff is just being remastered, or a lot of the new IPs are just generic in what they do, and there's nothing necessarily groundbreaking, at least as far as I'm concerned, as to what I'm interested in. Yeah, a new Fallout would be awesome, but quite honestly, I just feel like the mechanics would be the same. Skyrim's still an awesome game, and I enjoy it, but not every game is going to be a Skyrim. Not every game is going to be some innovative, Final Fantasy 1, which, I mean, at the time was innovative. It isn't innovative now. Not every game is going to be a Last of Us. Not every game is going to be like that, and I understand that. But it just seems like with everything going on, I don't think I really would ever want to be a game designer anymore, because I just quite honestly don't like how the industry is doing things with DLC and microtransactions, and I think that's kind of why another reason why I think gaming is getting stale for me. I mean, and it's necessary. It's not the friend aspect of it. It's the single player aspect that I just don't like, because it seems like it's too marketed now. It seems like every single time, it seems like people they don't play the game to play the game to enjoy it. They don't do that anymore. It seems like it's always like, I gotta do it to be the best, or I gotta do it to do this, or I gotta do it to do that. Or the companies are like, you gotta make the bottom dollar or else fuck you, or some like that. And I just don't like that, because it shows in the gaming, industry. It shows in the game. Forza 5, I'm sure it would be a great game, but I'm pretty sure it's just getting overshadowed by the microtransactions, which means, the whole entire community is gonna be like, oh, microtransactions, this game's dumb, instead of just sitting down and playing the game. Yes, the mechanics of how they, or not the mechanics, the marketing of the thing is terrible, but the game in itself, I'm sure, would be great. And that is another reason why I don't like the industry anymore. It's too much about people saying, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that, more so than just saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to sit down and play the game and enjoy it, and if I don't enjoy it, okay, whatever, we'll put it back on the shelf. I mean, we might get mad about it, we might post something, but we'll give it a chance. We're not going to be so critical in every single aspect of the game to pretty much screw ourselves out of enjoyment. So, I mean, and I'm a victim of that too, I think. Like, every single time I play a new game, it's like, alright, these are some good aspects, these are some bad aspects, and I just don't see myself just sitting down and playing a game just to have fun like I did when I was younger. I mean, I think that's another thing where it's like, ignorance is bliss. Because, you know, when you were younger, you played Pokemon, and I mean, you didn't think, oh, you know, this music's great, or this music sucks, or, you know, this story's dumb, or this story's great. You just think, oh, hey, I'm playing Pokemon, I'm killing time, I'm having fun. I mean, you don't analyze the whole entire game, and I think that's what kind of made games fun. So, I mean, it's partly my fault, and it's partly the industry's fault, I think. I mean, and I'm kind of going off track to a completely different video, but to say that gaming is stale, I'm not necessarily addressing every aspect of gaming. I'm kind of just addressing, like I said, the single player aspect, kind of the single thought process, the single judgment towards the game. One area of gaming I still do enjoy, and I enjoy it more than ever, is having actual friends involved with gaming. You know, it just seems like single player games just don't do it for me, and hell, even multiplayer games don't really do it for me. It just seems like the good old days of PS2 when I used to play, you know, NBA Street with people, or I used to play Madden, or I used to play, God, what was, you know, Rock Band, you know, PS2 games. Like, I played a bunch of those with actual friends sitting right next to you, and it was fun, because when you're with friends, you don't necessarily analyze the game. You just kind of, you know, you're chilling out with friends, you're having fun, you're playing a game. And I think that's why I might be having more fun with two people involved, you know, two people face to face, or at least in the same room having fun. I mean, I will say, you know, when we did the Thanksgiving live stream, which is being uploaded, you know, kind of progressively whenever I get off my ass, that was probably the most fun I've ever had playing a video game in months. Well, that, you know, that broad of video games in months, because I did play Dragon Ball Z a little bit earlier with Faradust, and once again that was in a separate room. And prior to that, it was a long time before I actually played with someone in the same room, it seemed like. And to play DBC, you know, with someone actually there, it made the game that much more enjoyable and that much more fun. It didn't seem like I was judging the game. It didn't seem like I was just trying to kill time. I was just having fun, and I was having fun with friends. And the stream just, it kind of got me thinking, you know, has gaming really gotten stale for me? Do I really just not enjoy it as much? And, you know, that was back in November, so I've kind of had some time to kind of, you know, dwell about it, just kind of think about it. And quite honestly, it's like, gaming, I think, just isn't as fun as it used to be. You know, I have all these games in Steam, and it's like, oh, I should be able to beat them all in one day, and, you know, go on to the next one, have fun with every single one of them. I don't. You know, I don't. Because quite honestly, I find myself most of the time just playing, you know, Minecraft just to kill some time, because I don't have that much free time. Or, you know, I'll play, you know, maybe a little bit here or a little bit there of some random game, or I'll play some Euro Truck Simulator just to kill time. I mean, I'll tell you that PlayStation 4 I did a video on, I've had 2 games for it since, well, I've had 1 game since launch, and then I've had another game probably for 4 months or so. So I've had this thing for a very long time. I had Black Flag. I've probably put maybe 10 hours into it since launch. It is currently 2015. So it's been, what, almost, well, actually it's been over a year, I think, hasn't it? Because it came out October of 2004. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a long while, and I haven't put a whole lot of hours on it. And then I have The Last of Us, which is a great game, but I just don't find myself going back to it for some reason, because it just seems like, it's another game, you know, it's whatever. I like gaming, but it just seems kind of stale to me. I think I need to kind of go and, I think there needs to be one game, I think, that just kind of, you know, just gets me back into the rhythm of playing. And not to say that I'm not going to be commentating for you guys, because I still do like commentating, I still, you know, enjoy doing all the stuff I do. But I think one of the bigger reasons, and I think I kind of owe it to everybody on the channel, you know, to finally say it, of why I haven't necessarily been uploading anything, is because I just haven't been driven to do it anymore. You know, I'm still going to keep doing it, but I just haven't had that drive that I did when I was younger. You know, now it's like, I got work, I got school, I got all this stuff going on. I'm just not necessarily driven straight to recording, just straight to, you know, having fun, because it just doesn't seem like fun anymore to play some games. And, you know, that's a terrible thing to say when you're trying to commentate. It really is, you know. I try to be energetic, and yes, I do have fun when I'm talking to people, because I kind of picture you guys in the same room. And, you know, streaming, you know, that's that's extremely fun for me when I get to talk to people, because it's as if I'm having someone else with me. But just to kind of sit down in front of a computer and play games, it's just, it doesn't do it for me anymore, and I think I kind of needed a break from that. So, maybe if I do go back to Skyrim and I start doing that hardcore, I do go back to, God, how many other games? Maybe Sleeping Dogs, and keep doing that. And I tried Pixelmon, and I just kind of realized, hey, it's harder, because I'm not as driven as I used to be, it seems like. And, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not. I used to be. And I'm not going to give up on the channel, and I'm not going to give up on commentating. I'm not going to try to, I'm not going to give up on, trying to respond to you guys and hang out with you guys, because the social aspect of YouTube, I think, is just where I get all the fun from, YouTube, and it's just the social aspect. When someone comments or someone likes, and I talk to them, that's fun to me. It's fun. And that's why I keep doing it. So, gaming has gotten stale, but the communication is what keeps me in it. So, I can keep going on and on and on to say, this is why I haven't been doing anything, or this is why I'm not driven, or all that. But I just think, has gaming really gotten stale? Quite honestly, I think it has, So, maybe you guys might be seeing some more co-commentary, because quite honestly, that just seems to be what I find fun nowadays. Because anymore, it just seems like a single commentary, just a single player commentary, it doesn't do it for me anymore. And I think that would be a disjustice to you, or a disservice to everyone watching it, to just kind of feel like he's trying too hard, or he's not enjoying it, he's trying to just kind of push through another day, another dollar, whatever. And I don't want you guys to have to sit through that. I really don't think anyone should have to sit through it. And quite honestly, it's like, you wouldn't. You'd leave, and I understand that. Just kind of looking back on my older videos, like, it seemed kind of like I had more fun with it. You could say, because I wasn't working. Or you could say, because it was still a fresh thing to me. Or you could say because it was 2 years ago and I was younger and I was more energetic and I had less stuff on my plate. You could say all this stuff. But for the most part, I think it was just because, games were relatively, fun back in those days. The industry, it wasn't as bad as it was. 2014 was a terrible year for gaming. Some would say it's a great year, we got a good amount of stuff. Terrible year for the industry, I think. A lot of bad moves, a lot of bad, just everything. And maybe that's why I'm in this dump. Maybe that's why I'm in the gaming dump. So hopefully 2015 does bring it, bring my dumps and gets me out of them, pulls the ladder, out of its pocket and puts it down in that dump, and I can get out of there, hopefully. But, something's going to have to. So guys, I'm GamerxGeek, and I could keep discussing this forever, but I really honestly want to leave you guys with a question, and I would like nothing more than to actually legitimately hear back from you guys in the comments. Or if you can't comment, go ahead and send, any more you can, send a private message. So hit me up on Twitter, the link is on the channel. Or if you want to go that far, hit me up on Twitch. I'm pretty sure I have a link on the banner as well. Hit private message me on Twitch or something. I legitimately do want to hear. Do any of you also feel that gaming has kind of gotten stale? Do you really honestly think, do you think that gaming is just as fun now to you as it was, 2 years ago, 2+ years ago? I legitimately do want to know. I don't know if I'm just the minority on this one, or if I'm another voice in the crowd, or just something, but I do legitimately want to know. So guys, I am GamerxGeek, and don't worry, this isn't like a farewell or anything. I'll still be commenting, and I'll still be, recording, but I just want to let you guys know, if you are subscribers to this channel, or you do frequent it, whatever, that I haven't really been recording because I don't want to force it. I don't want you guys to have to feel that something's getting stale because I feel it's getting stale. I don't want to ruin the experience for you guys. I don't want to fake it. People say fake it until you make it, but that's a personal thing. That's a personal thing you do. When you're trying to fake it, for everyone else, they can sense that, and then you're not making it, you're just making it worse. So I'm GamerxGeek, and I'll make sure to go ahead and get, I don't know, I don't know what other video I'll probably be posting next. Skyrim, maybe? I do kind of want to dip my head back in there and you know, see what apple I bob for, or something along those lines. But, oh my god, you know, I just need to find a time I'm driven. So thank you guys. I think I've already said this like 3 or 4 times, but I'm GamerxGeek, and I'm signing out. See you guys later.